Welcome to the MessInShow podcast. I am your host that loves to keep it gross, Messy Gravis. Hold for applause. Thank you. Again, I am here, the MessInShow podcast here at Outhouse X, recording an episode for you live to tape, like SNL, baby. But yeah, man, I'm sorry, I'm kind of out of it. I just did 12-hour days at work, and I am done with work, and I have to go home, hurry up and podcast for you lovely folks so I can get this shit out tomorrow on Sunday. And so I stayed up a little too much last night because I was watching my Pacers beat the fuck out of the Knicks, baby. Yeah, we forced it. Game 7 coming up. You know, Miles Turner, I always say this, man, I think he's kind of too soft for us, I think. But, man, every time I say that, man, he impresses me. He does something, he always says something cool as fuck that, I'm like, God damn it, what we need. That's how that generation is now in the NBA. Like, they're not as tough, basketball players now. Like, when I was watching basketball, because I'm 41 now, and so my prime was, Reggie Miller. That was I remember watching that with my aunt all the time. Like, she loved Sports Center, and I just loved going out. My mom would work, so my aunt babysat a lot. So she would, take us out, go out eat and stuff and watch basketball. She loved sports, and I think that was one of the reasons why her husband divorced her, because she liked sports too much. I remember her saying that, like, she wasn't a lesbian, she played softball, but I don't think she was a lesbian. Or that one time, no, no, my aunt was cool, man. She loved watching, like I'm saying, Sports Center. Like, I loved waking up, spend the night at her house, and I hear that da da da. She's making eggs and bacon in the in the kitchen, and I just remember, what's his name? The guy with the crooked eye. Fuck, Steven Smith? No. Something like that. I can't remember. But yeah, we watched the Pacers, and I had a feeling that she was watching with me too, because she passed away about 4 years ago. Rest in peace. My cousins really, handled it pretty good, better than I would have, honestly, if my mom would have died. And let her house go, though. That was the one thing I didn't like, because she lived out here in the creek, same neighborhood that I live at. And, that house went to shit. That's a whole different story, though. No one gives a shit about that. But I was watching the Pacer game, staying up last night, smoking bowls, and just yelling at the TV. My daughter's, yelling back at me like, Dad, you're supposed to be at work in the morning. And I'm like, we're going to fucking win. God damn it, Rick Carlisle, yell at somebody. Do your fucking job, Rick. Prick Rick Carlisle. Please, do something. We were at home anyway, so that helped a lot. Being at home, because we dominate at home. Like my buddy Chris, he bought us a ticket one time. It was last year or year before? No, last year. And because it was right when we got Tyrese Halliburton. I got footage of that. I'll try to put that on my phone. Try to put that in here on this thing. And he hits the game-winning shot, actually. Well, no, not a game-winning shot, but, like, it's the three at the end of the game that kind of, like, seals the deal. Like, puts the nail in the coffin at the end. Because he just dribbles it down. Boom, boom, boom. Whew. And we were playing Sacramento Kings. And then that was his team. He was a big King fan. And that's the reason he bought the ticket, because he wanted to see the guy that we traded for. I can't remember his name, the tall dude. I'm more into football than into basketball, but I'm into Pacers, hardcore. Sabonis. That's his name. And we traded him to Sacramento. And we were losing all the road games. And then we watched that home game against the Kings. And we not dominated, but we kept up with them. And we just, beat their ass, at the end. Like, we were up by 5 or 6 at the end, hit that 3. And I just remember, and then we lost the next road game. But I got to witness, the Pacers at the home game at Bankers Light Fieldhouse. And, man, it was so electric. And they were sponsored, like, by the food and stuff, and there was like Chick-fil-A stuff all over the Bankers Life, or Gamebridge Fieldhouse, that's what it's called now, not Bankers Life. And it was sponsored by Chick-fil-A. And I remember I got some Chick-fil-A, and I was sitting down. I bought nuggets and I bought chicken sandwich. And I can't remember what else I bought, like a drink and fries and stuff like that. I just bought like, extra, so I don't have to go back. And I remember sitting down and there was Chris is on my left and there was a woman and her daughter, that was sitting next to me. And right when I sit down, the daughter was like, "Oh, I want a Chick-fil-A, mommy," like that. And the mom was like, "No, no, 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 we'll get it at halftime. And she's like, kind of like, like I can tell, like he's a little kid, And I'm sitting, I felt guilty eating my, golden grilled nuggets. That's what it was, grilled nuggets and regular breaded nuggets. And I gave her the breaded nuggets. Because I was like, she's not going to touch my grilled nuggets. But I gave her the whole box of breaded nuggets. And the look on her face, that little girl, she was like, "Oh, my God," And the mom was like, "Well, thank you." And I was, that's what we do, That's Indiana shit. You see a little girl sad, you try to make her happy. Because we won the game. That's what, we won the game. So then all of a sudden, I remember it was about almost to the end of the game. That same lady, she went and bought chicken sandwiches for the whole aisle. At the end of the game, before the end of the game, she bought chicken sandwich for everybody. She came out and handed a chicken sandwich to everybody, and I thought that was cool as shit. I don't know, I don't know why I brought that up, but that just sparked that memory, and I was like, man, I remember that. And we won that game, and and I watched Pacers last night, so I brought that up. Pacers, we're gonna win Game 7. Boston, that might be a different story. Boston's getting kind of iffy on that one, because Channing Tatum, man, Channing Tatum, Jason Tatum, and man, God, he's good. He's good when he wants to be. That's weird. Like, they'd say that. Like, I watch him play. And half the time, he's not that good. I'm like, I think he's overrated. Like, I say it too, like Travis Barker. He's an overrated drummer. I don't think he's that good. I can do the same shit he can do. Just pop, 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 pop. It's just different patterns and shit, different punk rock shit. Like, go hang out with MGK and redo your Blink-182 album. Who gives a shit? I mean, I love Blink-182. I hated that MGK album. That's all bad. Eminem, he hit MGK so hard that he started, he hit him back in the 90s. He's hanging out with fucking Blink-182 in the early 90s or late 90s, early aughts, as you would say. And, but no, tomorrow, Sunday, when I release this, actually, I think the game will be starting at 7, right when I release this tomorrow. So hopefully we fucking win, and we're going for Boston next. We're coming for you, Boston. And then I want to play Denver. But I don't, Denver, man, they're having trouble with the Wolves, man. Anthony Edwards, the Ant-Man. The Ant-Man's killing it, dude. I'm telling you. It's going to be brutal. But Joker, he showed up the last 2-3 games. But, man, same thing with Jordan, dude. Like, if you don't have any help, you ain't going to do shit, And I remember, I read something, not read something, but I saw a video where they were talking about the LeBron James and Michael Jordan comparison. And it made sense to me, like, kind of like how, like, Michael's the GOAT, of course, but, like, LeBron was more valuable to a team, if that makes sense. Even though Michael Jordan got all the MVPs, because, like, even when Jordan left, like, it was still well coached and still good team. They won 54 games. Like, they could have, I think they could have the playoffs. No, I can't remember. Yeah. They missed that one, and then they got eliminated by Orlando the next year. But it kind of made sense, because, like, LeBron James, when he left, the Cavaliers only won, like, 12 games. Like, every team he leaves, they're just awful, awful, awful. Like, I don't know. But Michael Jordan will always be the guy. I saw him live, so, I've never seen LeBron live. I don't remember. I've seen Michael Jordan live. Never seen Reggie Miller about 3 or 4 times. Reggie Miller, Rick Smits. Rick Smits is my dude, the dunking Dutchman. Hallelujah, holla back. And so, yeah, hopefully we win on that one. And I also want to take this time, about 10 minutes in, I want to plug the show coming up at the North End Pub. It's going to be May 24th. At the North End Pub, Lafayette, on something Elwood Avenue. yeah, just Google Market Square Lanes. Basically, it's the bowling alley. My buddy Casey owns the bar and stuff. He lets us play music there and get rowdy. And we were playing there with Forgotten Ashes, a local band from Kokomo, Master Hunter. I can't remember the other bands, but we're going to kill it. And I love bowling there. Like last time I bowled there, man, I hit like 4 or 5 strikes in a row. And I'm just like, dude, I think I can be a professional bowler, man. Every time. If I hit like 4 or 5 strikes in a row, I'm king shit. And then I open frames all the way through. Even a couple gutter balls here and there because, I get too confident, and I get in my own routine and then I psych myself out doing the routine. I'm more, I'm focused on the routine more than I am the outcome. It's like, oh, you better step on on that arrow just right. If you don't step on that arrow just right, it's not going to happen the same way. And then it never happens the same way. So if I get that figured out, but yeah, in Lafayette, I like playing the North End Pub because A, you can go bowling, and B, Casey, awesome owner. Yeah, he has some arcade games and stuff, and C, he pays good, to play shows and stuff. So I love doing it, and I made a flyer for it. My brother, asked me to make a flyer for it. I made a flyer for it. It looks cool. He was like, I was like, what do you think? I spent like 5 minutes on it, and he goes, oh, I should have spent more. That's just my brother, weird shit like that, and I got all cunty about it. I was like, man, but because I was trying to show him a post on Instagram that I won't cut the corners off, so I just heard him post it to my own Instagram. He was like, well, why did you post it? I'm like, oh my god, Jesus Christ. But Casey, I heard that he's going to grill and stuff, so like, come on out, man. He's gonna have hot dogs and hamburgers on the parking lot. We'll probably do some cornholing out there in the parking lot. Get, just good old time. Kind of, we're going to try to do like family values kind of vibes, 99. If I want like all the guys from Lucifist and, the local Lafayette, shout out to GPD. We played Dave's birthday party last weekend. Man, those guys are solid. They're tight. Like I like yesterday's chips. I love yesterday's chips. But I don't know what it is. It's really tight with what's his name on the guitar from the Mound Builders. Fuck, not Bill. Fuck, I always fucking forget his name. But god damn it, he's a cool dude. Cool, everybody in that band's fucking cool as shit. And Mike Smith, the drummer, we had this joke because he was kind of mad because like one Harvest Fest, Matty had his little amp, right? And Mike, he had to leave that night. And then Matty goes, hey, can I use your amp, Mike? And Mike's like, oh, you need an amp? Like, do you need, like, electricity, like, for your guitar? And he was like, yeah, I need to use your amp. Didn't plug in the amp. But what he did, he used Mike's amp as a prop. And then Matty put his amp on top of it for elevation. And Mike was like, what the fuck? Like, I could have got you a table. I could have got you something, anything else but this fucking amp. Because I could have took it home, and I'm sitting here playing drums, and I'm just looking over, and I'm seeing Mike just like, God, I know Dwarf's gonna play fucking hour and a half, and Matty won't stop talking, between songs, we're always playing the tuning song between songs, and God damn it, so I was like, all right, I'm not gonna have him depend on anything of equipment. I'm gonna bring all my shit. Mike, don't worry about it, Mike. I got it. I got you. And then I get there. I forgot my fucking snare stand. I brought my bass drop snare stand, but it's like a marching snare. It's like really tall. You can't lower it. And I need something like really low between my balls, between my 3-inch pekka and my balls. And I was like, Mike, I hate to say this, but I need to use your snare stand. And he was like, oh, I knew it. I fucking knew Dwarf would need something. And I was like, dude, I really tried, Mike. But we killed it, though. I think it was weird because not really a PA. It was just basically speakers in the garage and stuff. So the speakers were out front and stuff. And I'm in the back playing drums. So I can't hear. All I hear is guitar. I don't hear any vocals or nothing. So it's funny watching Matty and Kibbles. They're sitting there, they're rocking out, jamming, and all of a sudden I'm just looking behind it, and all I can see is the back view of the face going. I'm like, I guess he's killing it. Is he sounding good? Is he singing on key? I don't know. Fucking, I'm just stay on time. Just stay on time, Messi. But yeah, that was a fun. I like playing shows. I want to play GBD and Dwarf and Pat and the Pissers at North End Pub. I wanted to do that. Pat and the Pissers, man, they brought that energy. I fucking loved it. And yeah, we're gonna be playing there this Friday. So it's basically Memorial Day weekend. So Friday, and then Friday night everyone's off work. Hopefully no one works Saturday. Unlike me, hopefully I don't work that. I probably will work that Friday, but I ain't working that Saturday. No, fuck no. That Saturday I'm gonna get hammered Friday night. So hopefully someone will be my D&D driver. Might be you, the lucky person. Maybe we'll get like a portal like they did in New York. Have you seen that? Have you heard this? Have you seen this? Yeah. It was hilarious. Like it kind of reminded me of a Stargate a little bit. They have like a little portal and stuff. Hold on a second. I'm a choo-choo train. Oh shit! I keep hitting that. I'm a motorcycle. Like that guy in the wheelchair when he farts and shit. But no, I remember watching that, and I knew it was gonna get shut down. As soon as I saw that portal in New York where they're doing like a live feed from from Ireland, Dublin, Ireland, all the way to New York City. I was like, I'm surprised it lasted that long, and apparently like an OnlyFans girl like showed her tits on the New York side, and all of a sudden she got to jump into Dublin, Ireland, spike in sales, like what, man, a lot of Irish people are really jumping onto this girl all of a sudden, and the Irish side, they showed pictures of the Twin Towers on fire and shit like that, like. It's of course, like that's the first thing they go to. They're like, oh, New York, oh, Twin Towers, yeah, or what's that? Was that Korean? I did Korean for Ireland. Oh, who gives a fuck? You shite. I was like, what is? Oh no, that's Scottish. I'll say, what would fucking William Wallace think, man? But that's Scottish because I'm a dumb stoner, and Scotland is still under British law. But yeah, I'm surprised it even lasted that long, because I knew it was gonna be nudity. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, dude, the first person is gonna start flashing, especially in New York. The homeless people just jerking off and shit all the time in the streets. That's all I saw in Brooklyn was a bunch of homeless people and rats and trash, really, in Brooklyn. And I remember the first night, me and Tony's walking to the Brooklyn Bazaar, and there was this guy. No, I was walking back to our hotel. And I remember there was this guy, like, African American, looked like he was homeless, but he was wearing like a heavy metal shirt. Not really heavy metal, but it was like a faded something. You can't tell what it was. It looked like a heavy metal shirt, like an Affliction shirt, but like tanned, like a tan Affliction shirt. Like this guy's a problem, basically. And he was just going, I hate God. Just barking it, like right in the middle of the street, barking it, like really loud. Like, I hate God. And I kept on thinking of Marilyn Manson's song, the International Hate Anthem, because I was like, I love hate. We hate love. We love hate. I just kept on thinking. I was like, Brooklyn, we are home, baby. But yeah, I knew that's just a matter of time before they shut that shit down, because we're not good people yet, man. Like, come back and check up on us maybe 30 years later, because we're still worthless human beings, man. We're still yuck, still the yuckity yucks. We still, but it's comedy, because I would do it for the joke too, like, but I wouldn't go to the Twin Towers. I would I don't know what I would do. I would do like a murder, like fake a murder in front of it, like cut someone, like do some magic trick shit, like some Alice Cooper stuff, like taking acid and going to Alice Cooper show, and then all of a sudden, you know, he decapitates himself, freak out, and actually think he, you know, died and run away, you know, thinking Alice Cooper's dead. But yeah, it's like, God damn it, man. And speaking of New York, you know, like, what the fuck happened to Steve Buscemi, man? Like, what kind of asshole are you going to be to punch Steve Buscemi? Like, one of our greatest fucking actors of all time. Like, what the fuck? And I heard they arrested the dude, you know, some dude in New York. You know, I bet you he's like some weird Cuban dude, probably. You know, he's probably some weird looking motherfucker. You know, he's like, what race is he? You know, I guarantee you, he's not white, black, Mexican, or nothing. You're like, what? Like Vin Diesel. I bet you he's like a fucked up version of Vin Diesel. I guarantee it. I fucking guarantee it. And, oh, fuck. Who else was it too? Oh, it was Rick Moranis. Wasn't that like, what, a couple years ago? Where he just came out of retirement and he was like, hey guys, I'm thinking about doing movies again. Boom, knockout game. Some animal had to fucking hit him too. You know, and I'm like, what the hell? What did Mr. Pink do, man? What would Mr. Pink do, man, to deserve that? And I wonder if it just, you know, he didn't get robbed or anything. I remember him seeing a picture of him, you know, with this, you know, his black eye and his fucking, looks like his lip is all fucked up. And he's just probably walking home and, you know, and like I remember them talking about him showing up for 9/11 that you don't talk about, you know, because Steve Buscemi is like actually a firefighter, which I didn't know that until 9/11 or after 9/11. And he showed up after, of course, the towers went down, and he was helping clear, you know, get the bodies and clear the wreckage out and shit. And he's, you know, has shit in his lungs for that. And you're just going to go knock him out? An old man? What the fuck, man? Like, people... See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, guarantee you see that on the Times Square fucking portal. They'd be like, yeah, maybe that was a test from aliens. You know, maybe that was a test from the aliens, and they're like, hey, let's let them look at each other real quick, you know, as society, see what kind of fucking shit they would do to each other. And they see Steve Buscemi and Twin Towers being, you know, burned down, Steve Buscemi getting hit in the face. Like, what the fuck? This is why we can't have nice things, Earth. This is why we can't have nice things. This is why we can't have nice things, Earth. Earth calling. Oh, man. I am exhausted, guys. I shit you not. I might have to call this one early. You know, I'm about to do some more podcasting, you know, tomorrow with Dwarf. So, yeah, I think I might call this one. What else do I got? No, that's about it. Really want to talk about. You guys want to come hang out and shit with me this Friday, you know, May 24th. Yeah, Master Hunter. I'll be screaming my head off and shit. Doing some Alex the Terrible singing. Which, if you guys watch that Ronald video, man, that the music fucking rocks. Ronald McDonald Racky, you know, he's a clown, but feeds into the trolls. Feed the trolls, Ronnie. Feed the trolls. Ooh, I mean, that'd be a good Master Hunter song. Feed the trolls, Ronnie. Feed the trolls. In Nilbog. I will feed the trolls in Nilbog, my friend. Until then, have a good day, good afternoon, and good night. Peace.